Destination Tea friends, thank you for joining us today. We have a special guest in the house. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Douglas Martin. I'm one of your closest friends, and I'm here to drink some tea.
That is all correct. Okay, so what we're going to talk about today is a cream tea, which is actually an older tradition than afternoon tea. So afternoon tea, Doug, you've been to afternoon tea?
I have been to afternoon tea, which is why I am dressed up really nicely. Because, when you think of tea, you think of, sophistication, you think of, going out and dressing up and looking nice. So I thought I would dress up today for us today. But you explained to me that afternoon tea and cream tea is a little bit different.
Yeah. Well, I mean, first of all, you look fabulous.
Thank you.
Here's another thing I want to say. See how I have all these cups stacked? This is totally, you never do this.
Really?
This would not, you would never have this on the table.
You will never have this many cups on the table, is that what you're saying?
Yes, and you wouldn't stack them either, but I just did this so that we don't have to do a lot of moving around because we're trying 4 teas.
Ooh,
so
exciting.
Yes. In the 11th century, they started the practice in England of doing, it would be strawberry preserves or jam and cream. Ooh. And they would do it with bread. This is before scones came around, or they might say scones, which these are ours for today, and they're huge.
They're nice.
Yeah, they're not usually this big. But these were made by Rose Arbor in Vermont, so I particularly love them. I hope you'll like it too.
We are American. Everything here is bigger.
That's right. So we're celebrating the Americanized version of cream tea. Right, so anyway, the whole cream and jam fun started hundreds of years before scones were introduced, which was... I mean, scones didn't get added into the afternoon tea menu until like the 1890s.
Oh, wow. So like you said, it was just basically just bread.
Yeah. And they did not have tea yet either, right? Because I said 11th century for the cream and jam, but tea came in like the 17th century that they really all started drinking it in England. So the basic elements of a cream tea are your scones, obviously your tea, and then you're going to have your clotted cream. This is an English clotted cream, and it's imported here. You can make your own clotted cream at home. Right. So if you go on our Pinterest page, we actually have links to making your own clotted cream to help you do that. Also, obviously, you like to have whatever kind of sweetener you want to have, and we call this a creamer, but we don't put cream in it. We put milk in it for tea.
Ah, okay.
There's 2 kinds of cream tea.
Okay.
I think they say Devon tea.
Devon tea? Or
Cornish tea, which those are both counties from the southwest of England.
Okay.
The difference between the 2 types of tea, which is, it seems silly to us, is whether you put your cream or your jam on your scone first.
That sounds like it's very important.
It's very serious. Well, there's a lot of debate about it, and the Queen of England does hers the Cornish way.
Ooh.
So several etiquette experts.
I'm going to do the opposite then.
Okay.
No.
Okay. All right. And then how do you set the table? It's very easy. Okay. So technically, a tea plate is smaller. I'm going to take this apart so you can see what I have. I've got a little spoon, a little tea knife. Doug does too. And can I take your napkin and put it in your lap? A tea napkin is nice. And then this plate, okay, so this is a lovely Wedgwood china plate, but this is technically a salad plate. A tea plate is a little bit smaller.
Okay.
A tea plate is very similar to a saucer. Do you know this stuff?
I don't know.
I don't know who watching here already knows. This might be more like for the newbies. For the newbies,
like me,
this is a saucer. How do we know? It's got the little divot for the teacup. But a tea plate is very similarly sized. It's about the exact same size.
Without the divot.
Exact. It's totally flat. So I like to use a little bit larger plate. I like to use a little salad plate because then we have room for everything. Okay.
American again. No, just kidding. Supersize everything.
One of the main purposes of cream tea is just to welcome your friend over when they show up in the afternoon. And you're like, oh, let me put on some scones really quick. I'm not but really good bakers in the tea world, they make a big batch of scones and you can freeze them.
They freeze them?
Yeah, so it's easy. Like 5 minutes, 350 degrees. You're like, bam. Warm scones, delicious. A lot of tea rooms do offer a cream tea. So like an afternoon tea in the United States, let's say, goes from like 20 to like on the high end, it's over $100.
Wow.
That's when they're saying, okay, champagne, caviar, like that kind of thing. Or you're in a very expensive hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Cream teas, on the other hand, are like $8.
8.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or, so it's a very affordable way to get together with your friends if you really did want to go out and you didn't want to do it at home.
And this is so, I'm gaining a lot of knowledge to hearing about this because it's good because you always think of, again, fancy when you think of tea, when tea can be also casual.
Oh, yeah.
I just didn't know if a lot of these tea houses or hotels have a more casual tea.
Okay, so you're totally right. You have really good instincts about this. So the hotels that are super high end typically aren't going to fuss with the cream tea, right?
Yeah.
Because they're not even catering to that client.
Yes.
I mean, cream teas are for anybody, but definitely people who are on a budget or people who are maybe retired and they're kind of watching their money and stuff. I actually have talked to tea room owners who offer different, like lower cost tea menus for that
That's good.
crowd to
Yeah.
welcome them.
Mm-hmm.
But a high end hotel
right
is just trying to.
Yeah, they're trying to get them. Yeah. Casual friendship tea.
Now, this is how much I like you. I gave you one of my favorite cups. This is from Balik Pottery.
Well, thank you.
In Ireland.
Ooh.
My earrings are from Ireland. My shirt is from Ireland. I don't know why I wore like an Irish theme because we're talking about England today. So let's start with our scone. 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 How do you prefer to say it?
Scone.
Okay.
Okay. Just
yes.
Nothing.
Hands.
Again.
Hands
this
are allowed.
Is very.
Yes.
Okay. Good.
These are finger foods.
Casual.
Yep. So let's talk about where these typically go. Your teaspoon is going to go behind your teacup, and the handles are parallel. And then your tea knife can just give you on your plate, or it goes on the side. Okay. After you use your tea knife, you never put it back on the table. You only put it on your plate. Obviously, that's just general manners for not
okay, so you
dirty.
can keep it on your table for now, but when you use it, plate.
Yes. Some people say use a knife, cut your scone in half. I still keep reading people saying this, but the people I trust say use your hands. Okay, so this is a ready.
Before there were knives and forks,
it in half.
we use our hands.
Yes.
Slowly, I'm looking at you. All right. Guess what?
Success.
Of course, for the purpose of this video, mine did not come out as perfectly as
What are you talking about? It looks great.
That's what was breaking in my hand, and I started to loosen it up a little bit.
Okay. So, important point. A lot of scones served in the United States don't really hit the mark for what an actual English British scone is. It's really not a biscuit. Like in the South, we have biscuits. You don't lather it and do like a sandwich, and you don't lather it and then just like eat it like this. You take a piece off. Okay, but the very first thing you're going to do is serve yourself. So you're going to put little bits of what you think you might want to try on the edge of your plate. Lemon curd we have here because I really love it, which is obviously a preserve made of lemon. Don't take a lot. Okay. Sorry, that's probably not good.
Well,
very.
We're friends, so you can say whatever you want to me. We'll discuss it after the video, of course.
Traditionally, remember what I said, like 11th century, they started with the strawberry jam and cream. Okay. So the traditionalists will tell you, lemon curd does not have to be a feature, but strawberry jam, definitely. Now, what I really like is that a lot of tea rooms will also start making their own preserves now, and you get like really fun flavors. Like I think I had a strawberry jalapeno, things like that. So
I'm sure that being that this is October, there probably are some pumpkin spice.
Oh, like a pumpkin jam?
Probably.
Yeah. I mean, you can find anything. This is the United States of America. People are very inventive.
Somebody's going to make it.
Yeah. So, but you know what's more often than the jam being flavored like seasonally would be the scone itself. So we just went.
That makes sense. Yeah.
We just went to an afternoon tea. That was lovely. Please look at our review of the Book and Bee in Hendersonville, North Carolina. Thank you, sir. Where the scones were called apple pie scones, and they were amazing.
That sounds good.
Yes. Now you get your tea knife.
All right.
And you take a piece, and I'm interested to know, well, this was warm when we first started the video. So just take a bite-sized piece.
All right.
These are like a chocolate chip as well. Ooh, which is not, the most common thing is probably either totally plain or they call it currant scones, which currant are like those teeny raisins. Let's do it with the queens. See, you see what I was about to do, everyone? I was about to do a Devonshire tea because I was going to put the cream first.
Oh, no.
But let's try it the Queen's way. They said, stop treating your clotted cream like butter.
Oh.
It does not go first. I was
Well,
like, okay.
everyone knows that.
See, but so I find, you'll see, I'm going to give an example right now. I feel like it's messier this way, but okay, let's
What do you mean
so
with the strawberry?
You do your strawberry, but now you always have to do your cream. It's cream and strawberry, don't forget. And they say dollop it on, but for me, it's kind of
strawberry shortcake almost.
It's a little too thick to do that, but there it is.
All right.
And then after our first bite, I'm going to change the teas.
All right, we're going to change the teas of this.
I hope you like it.
I do like it.
So, how is a scone different than a biscuit?
That's a good question. You're asking me?
Yeah. What do you think?
Let's see. I think this one is sweeter.
Yes,
Yes,
I agree.
Much sweeter. I mean, you get a sweet biscuit and you're not going to eat it.
Okay, and don't you also agree that this dough is a little bit of a different crumb? Like a lot of times, a biscuit is more like this, right?
Spongy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit more, right? This is a little bit denser, but I'll tell you, got to get just right because I've been to so many places where the scones are like sort of like a rock.
Okay.
They're very dense, and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah. An episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Really?
Where the scones are like really dry.
Oh, we got to look it up.
Yeah, we'll look it up. But this one isn't. This is very moist.
I'm going to put that in the links too once I find it.
I'll
serious.
help you find that. All right.
Thank you to the people for watching us.
Well, this was delightful. And I don't use that word a lot.
Good morning.
Oh, hello.
Okay, let's see what time. We're doing great for time.
All right, good.
Okay, let's do our stage reset face.
All right.
Okay, good.
All right, I threw you off. I'm sorry.
No, that's good. Okay, wait, let's do it. We're going to pause. Let's pause. Wait, let's sit here for a second like this. Yeah, I know.
I gotta
it looks so good.
I gotta
it's hard.
Fancy myself. That's not a word.
So
don't
dapper.
use that word. Dapper.
Yeah, you can use that word.
Unfancy, though.
Well, you don't want to unfancy yourself anyway. You only want to fancy yourself. Oh, this is also called the Shamrock Cup.
Ooh.
See? And guess what the handle is?
Harp.
Yes!
I'm not going to tell you why I know that.
Is it bad?
No.
Does it have to do with beer?
Yes.
It's wonderful. I always say that these videos are going to be 3 minutes long, and none of them are.
Why would they be?
Because look at all this amazing information and fun that's being had.
Of course.
Okay? Oh, wait, let me do a pause then.
Do a pause. Pause what the calls get yours. Well,
typically, if we're calling it a cream tea, we know that we're going to be doctoring our scone
well, you know what?
appropriately.
When in Angela's house.
Do whatever she says.
Yes.
Why don't my children know that rule?
No. Because this is their house, too.